This week, I'd like to start out by saying that the Sun Belt's thoughts and prayers are with those affected by Hurricane Harvey. Led by the Sun Belt Student Athlete Advisory Committee, the Sun Belt Conference will be collecting donations through a GoFundMe page. All donations will be distributed to local Red Cross chapters assisting in the relief from Hurricane Harvey. Donations can be made at the following link: www.gofundme.com/SunBeltSAC Hurricane Relief, or directly by going to sunbeltsports.org and clicking Donate Now. It is week 1 of the 2017 college football season, and Fun Belt football officially kicks off on Thursday night. Georgia State starts things off on Thursday, taking on the Tennessee State Tigers. The Panthers will debut the new Georgia State Stadium, but head coach Sean Elliott, who will also be making his debut, wants the focus to shift elsewhere.
It's going to be exciting for the fans and everything. For our guys right now, you know, it's got to be more talk about our team and instead of that stadium. That stadium's nice and everything, but we've got to go out there and after the game, they got to be talking about our football team, not the stadium.
You can catch the Panthers in action at 6 p.m. Central on ESPN3. Led by senior quarterback Matt Linehan, the Idaho Vandals play host to Sacramento State on Thursday night. Petrino and the Vandals will look to build off a 9-4 season capped off by a bowl game victory when they kick off at 8 Central on ESPN3. Also on Thursday, ULM travels to take on Memphis for a 7 p.m. Central kick on CBS Sports Network. And to cap the night off with a 9:30 Central start time, New Mexico State faces Arizona State on the Pac-12 Network. And shifting gears to Saturday, the Sun Belt has a full afternoon and evening slate of football games. Starting us off on Saturday, Troy begins its 3rd season under head coach Neil Brown when the Trojans travel to Boise State for a highly anticipated matchup on the blue turf. Troy will look to build off of last year's 10-win season, where the Trojans became the first team in Sun Belt history to earn a national ranking.
I like the mixture we have with veteran experience and young guys that are trying to prove and get on the field for the first time. I like that mixture. I think we're a team that still has a lot to prove. You know, the conference championship, getting a win with national prestige. Those are some things. We've got to be a hungry football team. You know, I'll be hugely disappointed if we're not laser focused all week, and just because we have a tremendous challenge and tremendous opportunity. Plus, we're going into week 1. We better be a hungry football team, man. If you think about everything that goes into this, 365 days a year now. You know, what these guys are asked to do through the winter, through the summer, they better get it. They better get juiced up and be ready to play on especially on a national stage.
South Alabama looks to upset an SEC team in its season opener for the 2nd consecutive year when they face Ole Miss in Oxford. This will mark the 3rd time in the last 4 seasons that South Alabama will open on the road, but regardless of location, Joey Jones and company are just ready to get game repetitions.
As a coach, you love practice and you love getting your guys better and challenging them to get better during camp, and that's great. And there's no substitution for that, and I think we've taken advantage of that. But when you get in the game week, it's it's that deal where you're watching film every day and you're preparing for the opponent and getting ready to go to SEC school and SEC stadium and play a ball game. So it's exciting for our players, exciting for our staff. And listen, I mean, football isn't a lot of fun until you play games, you know. Let's be honest. It's certainly. I believe practice is where you make it or break it, but it's a lot more fun on Saturdays, and our guys are looking forward to that opportunity.
South Alabama's secondary will have to play well to defend the Ole Miss passing game, but preseason first-team All-Sun Belt safety Jeremy Reeves knows that the Jaguars are used to such challenges.
That's going to be our, me and the older guys, me and Nico, it's going to be our challenge, you know, to lead the younger secondary for the most part, you know, as to what's going on. We've been in this situation before. We've been in a game like this before, so we know how to handle this kind of offense. And they have a lethal passing attack. They got great receivers on the outside. They have a great quarterback. So it's going to be a challenge, but, just our leadership and our experience in these situations is going to help us a lot.
South Alabama versus Ole Miss is slated for 6:30 Central on ESPNU. Also at 6:30 over on the SEC Network, Georgia Southern takes on the number 12 Auburn Tigers. This will be the first ranked opponent Georgia Southern will face as an FBS member.
Obviously got a big opponent. Auburn come into this game ranked number 12 in the country. perennially one of the top teams in the country, certainly in the SEC, and going on the road to play against a good opponent, good team, good coaching staff, and obviously the job Coach Malzahn has done there, and obviously his time as well with Arkansas State. So really excited about the opportunity that we've got this week, and that's what we view it as an opportunity to be able to go do something great. And I certainly believe that everybody on our football team, from our coaching staff wise and as well as our players, certainly feel the same way about it.
Airing on the Big Ten Network, Arkansas State heads to Lincoln, Nebraska to open its season against the Cornhuskers. While assistant head coach Trooper Taylor knows that the Red Wolves will enter into a hostile environment, he doesn't expect that to stop the team from focusing on their individual game plan.
It's really been about us. We really tried to talk about just fundamentals. Guys, you guys know when things get tough at the end of the game, your fundamentals are going to win out. The team that makes the fewest mistakes is going to win. So that's the way we want to approach this game, is to make sure that we're mistake-free and minimize them as much, because nobody's going to play a perfect game. That's obviously the goal, but the job for us is to try to make sure we minimize those mistakes and not to give up big plays or turnovers, things that cost you wins and losses.
We would also like to extend our thoughts and prayers to Arkansas State's head coach Blake Anderson's wife Wendy, who underwent surgery earlier this week for breast cancer. The Sunbelt fights together, and we are thinking of you. Sunbelt preseason favorite Appalachian State is playing the SEC East favorite in their season opener for the second straight year when they take on 15th-ranked Georgia on Saturday night. The Mountaineers and Bulldogs kick off at 5:15 Central Time on ESPN. Other notable games on Saturday's slate include Texas State versus Houston Baptist, Louisiana taking on Southeastern Louisiana, and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers officially making their FBS and Sunbelt football debut when they host UMass. All three of those games will be broadcast on ESPN3. Best of luck to everyone in their season openers. I hope everyone has a great and safe holiday weekend.